All right, so I reached out to a couple of
acquaintances,
cool dudes or whatever, and we did like a questionnaire. So these are like relationship questions. I asked these questions. They gave me their best answers. So it's maybe like 5 questions. So we're going to intervene in between and give our commentary. So the first question is, how long is too long to just be talking or dating someone, right?
So do you want me to answer and you give the dude answer? So we can see how different.
Okay, so Ashley's going to answer it first, and then I'll give the answer.
Yeah, because I want to see how far off. Okay. So how long is too long to be talking?
It says talking or dating someone.
Oh, but those are 2 different things to me. So I'll do both. Talking too long is anything past 6 months.
Okay, so wait. Let me tell you how this came about first, so it makes sense. Me and Ashley talk about a lot of different things, right? So one of my friends hit me up and asked me a question about relationships. I didn't really know how to answer. Instead of me lying, I was going to hit up Ashley, and I was like, no, just make a quick questionnaire and send it to some of your friends, cousins, or whoever.
So you decided to implement a survey to do
she's going to spice it
field
up.
research.
Ask these questions,
to
okay?
add this to my resume.
Okay, so I asked these questions. They gave me these answers, and this is kind of her first time hearing it because I wanted to wait until we recorded. You said 6 months is too long to be just talking.
Okay, so just talking. Actually, I'm going to change that. Talking 3 months. Because what are we talking about past 3 months? And then dating, like, because what's after dating? Marriage? You know, like, in the context of the question. Dating too long would be past 3 years. Yeah.
Okay, so are you ready for the first?
I mean, it's going to be some nut shit, so yeah.
Okay, so the first respondent, I don't even know if you want me to say his name. I said I was going to shout him out.
Oh, just shout him out real quick.
No, never mind. So the first person said, man, a nigga would go the rest of their life just fucking a girl if the girl ain't tripping. So I had to like ask another question because I said, wait, initially the question was, how long is it to be talking or dating them? And he was basically like, well, to be honest, in a girl's mind, that's talking. He said, in some men's mind, we're just fucking.
He needs to say some women's mind. Because he's speaking for the gender, and that's not what's in my head.
Okay, well, that was the first response. The second answer that I got was no specific time. It varies. Everyone is different. So that was their answer for both dating and talking.
These are scrubs.
So some of these are your family members.
These are scrubs.
So the last one was 6 months. I'm guessing for talking. But it does depend on everything, but nothing happens when you're wasting time. And I'm guessing he meant that for wasting time to go to the dating stage. Shout out to Gabe. That was his answer. Okay? So, personally, what I think, I do think it depends on the situation. I think it depends on the individuals, because really only
first off, no. They need to answer straight up like I answered. They're deflecting by saying it depends. I know it depends.
Well, I'm answering for myself right now.
But I'm saying, first off, you got to scratch both of them first 2. Those is weak sauce. The last dude was the only person who gave you a real answer and answered straight up. Everybody else, it depends, because they don't really know. Because they don't really know. Of course it depends. We're talking to just you. We're talking for somebody that you actually like. That's some deflective mechanism. Yeah, nah, scrubs. But go ahead. In the operational definition of talking and dating, because a lot of people have misconstrued, or not even misconstrued, but just different perspectives on such. That's why I was like, talking and dating, like, is dating for the marriage part? Some people are dating to, like, filter out, and they're dating multiple people. Right. So, yeah, it all depends. Of course we know it depends, but it is being soft.
All right, so question 2. Oh, and only one person answered this one. But what makes a man commit? You may answer first.
I'm not a man.
Right. So here we go. So this person says,
you want me to say what'll make a woman commit?
Sure, Ashley. What'll make a woman commit?
I don't know. I don't speak for the race or the species, but I think consistency, honesty. Nah, for real, consistency and honesty, like, top 2.
Okay,
Like
so-
if somebody can be, if you're showing consistency,
Mm-hmm.
if they can be consistent with you, and then if that honesty is there,
Right.
you have that trust, you have the communication.
So I
you
guess
have,
my
like,
question would be consistency. Do you consider patterns as consistency?
I definitely do. I mean, and everyone yearns for consistency. Everyone wanted, like,
Of
that's a
course.
human desire,
Of
just
course.
to have pattern and routine.
Yeah.
That's why we wake up and brush our teeth every day. Like, everybody wants consistency, so that's false.
Got you, bet. So the answer was, I say after the first date, the dude knows if he could see himself being in a relationship, or just this person being somebody that they would just be intimate.
So the first date, a dude can commit to that out the gate. First date, you know, if you commit.
Well, I'm guessing what he meant was he was saying the first date he would know if he would commit to that person.
But he didn't say what it takes for him to. What is he
What do you
seeing at the
mean?
first date?
All I said was
She
what
might
makes
just
the
have
man
paid,
commit.
and he like, I know.
But some people's standards are just that, and that'd be just enough.
But that's what I'm saying. He didn't share what that first date. What did he see there to know? Like, I need to see these at least 3 things to know I can commit.
Well, no, he answered that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. All right, so next question. Best way to get through. This is your freaking family. Like one of them, at least I know for a fact we can. All right, so best way to get through to a man about an issue.
Poison him.
Hold on, I said to get through to him about an issue. Like as
Yeah.
he's talking,
You
and
save his life. You don't let him die. And then as you save his life, he's like, oh my God, you saved my life. And you're like, yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you about something too.
oh no,
Or if you're not,
don't listen to this fool.
really concerned about, you know, those things and the repercussions.
Answer it right because you're being
You
stupid.
could, I think the best way is to, actually, I just learned the best way because I was about to give you my best way and I just got put on game about the best way. You ready?
Okay.
And this is from a dude himself in a relationship.
Okay.
Because I was like, I really don't know, right?
Okay.
The best way to get through a man about an issue is to let him waste the time, go through the stress of not listening to you tell him the answer or about the issue. So for instance, if you're like, hey, you not drinking enough water, right?
Right.
And you know, you getting dehydrated, that's what's going on.
Right.
And he's just not hearing that. You have to let him pass out from dehydration. And I know that seems exactly. So Ashley's mom was like, oh no, I'm gonna save time. Him passing out from dehydration means I gotta jump to the hospital. I had to call somebody. That's extra for me, so let's not do that. Let me try to help him and insert. And that was failing miserably because in a man's mind, this is what I was literally taught and it worked. And I was like, oh my God, he's right. He literally, like, once you tell him this is the issue or this is what you need to do, it's a challenge. You're basically saying, like, bitch. And now he's like, oh, I got you. I'm going to show you.
So he's going to deliberately not do it
He's
because he
going
felt like
to,
you were telling him what to do.
Yes.
That's so dumb.
And it is a waste of time
That's
because if you just
dumb.
listen to me, I'm right like 89.7% of the time. And the other time, I'm going to ask Google. So I'm probably still right. I'm right, but because you think I'm just like telling you stuff
That's
to tell
crazy.
you stuff,
So I have to mentally play with you
Literally.
in order for you to. That's a lot of extra work.
it is so much. But I learned that I think that's the foundation of marriage. Is to just like let him fail and then come back and be like, that didn't work. Yeah.
All right, so that's your answer?
Yeah.
All right, so let's move on to the next question. Sorry, same question. The first answer says, ask him how to better express yourself. How can I help you understand where I'm coming from? That was the first person, which I actually like that answer. The second answer was speak calm, followed by actions. And if things are heated, allow them to cool down. Those are all the answers.
Gross.
Which, what I would say, the best way to get through to a man about an issue, I don't know. Still haven't quite figured it out yet, aside from trying to have a conversation. But you gotta kind of know when it's the time.
Men are sensitive.
Because you could try to talk to somebody and it may not be the right time for them, and then it just makes the whole thing go left.
It's never the right time though. That's the thing. That's why when everybody's like, speak calm, do this, do that. Y'all worried about the delivery and not about what I'm saying. Because I could have been calm to you for a month and a half about the same issue and you've been ignoring me. That's why I'm yelling. We're not talking about, oh, you just come in here yelling, blah, 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 blah. What about last month when I was like, hey, maybe you should try this. What if we do this? What about that? And he was like, no. Remember then when I was being calm and I wanted to do all that calm shit?
You done.
Soft.
All right. Last question. Why is it easier for a man to break off a relationship if he gets bored or stay and make it work?
Why is it easier for a man to
break off a relationship, like in the event that he gets bored or whatever it is, than to stay and make it work?
Oh, why is it easier to peel than to try? Because you have to try. Because someone who's not initially invested in something isn't willing to. You can't even see yourself doing something if that's not what you want to do. Flat out. If you don't want to play baseball, you cannot see yourself at third base. I can't see it, so I'm gonna peel. Women, I feel like we have the tendency to want to make things because we can definitely see what do you call it in someone? Potential. We see potential in a lot of stuff. We see potential in dead things. We see potential in half-dead things. So we're willing to even be like, you know what? We're going to have to fix that. Whereas a man is like, I'm not even going to see myself trying to fix that. I can peel. I think women also can have those tendencies because that's how I feel about school. But typically in a relationship, there's a mutual understanding, or should be, of like, hey, we're gonna make these things work. A male is more so to be like, that seems like a lot of energy, or a lot of something I need to change or do, or something that you're suggesting seems like a big deal.
You just don't do it? Okay. No. So the first answer is, it's not really a man or woman kind of thing. Everyone is wired differently. Sometimes it's just that men respond to their feelings differently. Anybody who doesn't want to be somewhere for real won't be, man or woman. Which I agree. The next response says, because it's more pussy available. Okay. Or he can just be done with the whole situation. But if he really loves her, he would try to make it work. D-Gabe. So I actually agree with both in a sense. Yeah. Because the first one, yeah, it could be man or woman. It doesn't make a difference. And then D-Gabe, I definitely agree with him. Because he gave more of a blunt response as to why they wouldn't. So those were actually all of the questions. Yeah, that was the relationship questionnaire. If y'all want us to do this again, send in some questions and I will definitely go ask some people. I'll ask a different set of people next time. Ask them. Well, this is what I had available. I had to hurry up.
They're soft.
This is what I had available. So these are the people that I had to ask because this is what I had available.
They at least inform people to answer the question, and then they can have comment after. But those people weren't even answering things.
D-Gabe did answer.
D-Gabe was the only person to actually be like, oh, this. Everybody else was like, it depends on the pain. Of course, everything depends.
Do you have any more questions that you want to cover? Anything about
y'all stay single till y'all love yourselves.
Big fact.
Period. Because y'all be out here tripping and posting crazy shit and then deleting it. Like, we ain't screenshot it. Like, we know y'all was together. We knew that. And we knew it was going to flop because you wanted to post it. just stay single till you love yourself. And then
self-love is the best love.
It really is. And then boom, you probably will find like your soulmate will walk up to you from out of a Dunkin' Donuts or something, just because you were just so deeply in love with you. You don't have time for other people. Fill that void with your little self. Go take yourself out and stop playing.
Like, comment, and subscribe. We will be back with another video probably today because we got some shit cooking up. So definitely stay tuned.